Virginia has a veteran starting vibe, and that's always a good thing.
Right. Mamadi Diakite. I always stumble over that. He's gone. He was one of the best recruits in program history. He made that classic little touch shot to send the Elite Eight game against Purdue to overtime as a freshman. Played as a sophomore last year. He's gone. They got hot at the end of the year, and they were able to end up finishing in second place, or tied for second place with Louisville and Duke last year in the Big Ten. I certainly think they're capable of being that top-tier team in the ACC again, because last year they were so bad in non-conference play and at the beginning of in ACC play. So I think that they're going to build off of the strong ending to the season. They're going to carry over, and they're certainly going to be a title contender in the ACC. Defense wins championships. We all know UVA is an extremely good defensive program. Anthony Bennett, one of the best coaches in the nation. I'm so glad that they actually ended up winning that title game after they were bounced by the 16 seed after being one of the best regular season college basketball teams of all time. It was pretty tough to watch. But, UVA, our family's not a big UVA fan, given that my dad's a Virginia Tech fan, but you got nothing but respect for the UVA program. They're certainly going to be one or two alongside with Duke.
And part of what Virginia is so good at is that their system is consistent, and it's consistently elite. This is the team to where pundits are talking about Virginia being that fourth number one seed. Gonzaga, Baylor, and Villanova seem to be the three teams that are pretty solidly there. Virginia may be that team that is the fourth number one. Marquette chance for Sam Hauser. He's the go-to. He is a definite ACC Player of the Year contender. How he makes that transition from the Big East to the ACC is going to determine whether or not he wins the ACC Player of the Year. I think Hauser and Garrison Brooks are my 1-2 in that race. And also Jay Huff in the front court. There's a lot of depth behind those two guys. Jabari Abdul-Rahim and then Reese Beckman are key freshmen. I think they are a couple of really solid freshmen there. This team has more depth than last year. First off, that's a scary thought. If you're a Duke or North Carolina trying to face Virginia. More depth in Virginia? Oh, my goodness. That's scary.
You're going to bring guys in off the bench that can play defense along with your starters? Oh, man, that's no fun. They're no fun to play against. No one looks forward to playing Virginia. Teams can look forward to playing UNC and playing Duke because I feel like they're more fun to play against. But playing against Virginia is just a grind. I mean, the game against Purdue last year was under 100 points. That's just a grind. You got to grind out wins against UVA. And like you mentioned, the depth of this team is really relevant for them this year.
And also, more depth, I think they're going to turn the ball over less. That's an even scarier thought if you think about it. And I think those two key factors put them ahead of Duke, actually. Sure, Duke has the right mix of youth and experience, but I think Virginia is just a little bit better. I think they have a little more veteran guys, and I think that as long as their depth actually plays very well, as long as they turn the ball over less, I think Virginia is the ACC champion. I think that some of these pundits are definitely in that right boat and saying that this Virginia team is definitely one of the top 4 or 5 or 7 teams in this entire country.